Welcome back. Monty, Geometry, Shadle Park. Here we are, our first snowstorm. Oh my, and what a storm. 8 inches at our house. So hopefully the power's on, get a little shoveling, and you're hunkered down, ready to do some math? Okay, I figure let's do a little pullover action, right? For the day, a little Gonzaga action. Basketball's about to come back. It's cold out. Week 7, October 26th to the 30th. We're wrapping up our first topic, M1, T1. This is our last week, and we can start some new material. But when we go to wrap up, I call these skill builder weeks. Okay, we got to work on some of our math skills. We're going to be focusing on page 42, 43, and 44, but there's not a lot there when it comes to actual practice. So this week, we're going to be doing skill building for math for the rest of the year. But before we do that, let's do some wrap up and shout outs. So grab our little megaphone here and we're ready for our shout outs for this week. Now, I want to start with Mathia. A lot of new folks pushed themselves on Mathia this week. So in period 4, we have Caton, Hunter, Reliance, Noah, and Maya. Thanks for getting in there and pushing yourself on Mathia. In period 5, our Mathia folks are Alyssa G, Carlene Nolan, Ashley O, and Sarah O. Thank you for pushing yourself on Mathia this past week. Then I want to do a special shout out because, as those of you in period 4 know, my computer crashed, had to restart, and I want to say thank you to all those folks that came back to class after the reboot. So we have Caton, Abby, Claire, Daniel, Allie, Nathan, Hunter, Reliance, Aiden, and Logan. Thank you for coming back to class. I know it was inconvenient, it kind of wrecked everything, but it's our new normal, huh? Okay. And then our last shout out, we're going to do folks that viewed every assignment this week. Okay, I know it's kind of a hectic week, lots of stuff going on. How do you keep up? I appreciate when you view every assignment. I know you can't do every problem on every assignment, but just knowing that you looked at them, I appreciate that. So our shout outs this week go to, in period 4, Caton, Emma, Gabe, Hunter, and Colin viewed every assignment this past week. So thank you for that. And in period 5, the folks that viewed every assignment, Maya, Alyssa, Carter, Hannah, Sarah. Thank you for looking and trying every assignment this past week. Okay, now, Skill Builder Week. What is he talking about, Skill Builder Week? This week, I want you to ingrain it in your brain. Substitute, replace, solve. That's what math is, right? We want to know how wide is this wall? How wide is this board? Okay, and we have to solve for variables. Sometimes not an easy task. So, for Skill Builder Week, we have a line. We're good at it. We have the slope of a line. We're really getting good at it. Now, we need to be able to identify a specific point on the line, the slope of the line, so that we can substitute those values into an equation and solve for those variables, okay? So, in this case, we have a point, 5, 3. We have the slope, the rise over the run, 5/3. We're going to substitute those numbers in, so let's just write them in. The slope, 5/3. The point on the line, 5, 3. Substitute. When I rewrite the equation, I'm going to substitute these two values into that equation. So as I write, I replace them. Y minus the y value from that line, 3, is equal to slope of the line, 5/3. parenthesis, x minus the x value of the point we're interested in, 5. That's what we're going to be doing this week. I've got to make sure that we have these skills. That's why it's called Skill Builder Week. All right. Now, all of you have solved for a variable in middle school. All of you have solved for a variable in those algebra classes. Okay, I know we're all mixed up. We're all together in this strange new normal. Okay, something plus 2 is 7. What number do I put there that's equal to 7? Okay, 5. How did you know it was a 5? Well, we have skills in math to help us with that. Remember when you'd build the little fence? And then we would balance the equation. Remember, everything is about keeping the equation balanced. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other. Okay? So, subtract a 2 from both sides, and that goes away, and we end up with a 5. Mathematically, this is how you get a 5, but you already knew it was a 5. Let's complicate it. Draw our fence. Subtract our 3, and we still have 2x equals 6. What's the opposite of multiply? Divide, divide. X equals 3. These are the type of things that we're going to be practicing this week. Some of you already have this next skill, but we've got to make sure everybody has this next skill. When we have a parenthesis, remember PEMDAS? We've got to be able to get rid of the parenthesis. Parenthesis is a distributive property. It means we multiply. So we have to multiply 3 times the x, 3 times the 2. 3x, 3 times the 2 is 6, and that is equal to 5. Now, same idea, right? Draw our little fence. Subtract the 6, subtract the 6. 3x negative 1. What's the opposite of multiply? Divide. Okay? So, Skill Builder Week. Okay? Not as much fun as composites. I get it. But at the end of every topic, we got to make sure that we've got some math skills so that we can move forward to our next topic. Okay? So, see you Tuesday in class. Bye-bye.